Today we're going to be talking about, should you work a job or should you go into business? And I am glad to be someone that inspires other people to want to go work for themselves, but there are some things that you must consider. And I'm just hoping I give you some practical bits of wisdom and knowledge that will help you in your everyday life. There is a scripture that I love to quote. Peter says, God has given us everything that pertains to life and godliness. And then there's another scripture that he's given us things gifts according to our several abilities. Now, even though I tell people that you can almost create a business out of anything, but there's some know-how, there's a skill level that you also have to possess. There's a drive. I've made videos talking about these various topics, but I want to get a little bit specific here with you making that decision in order to go into business. But the decision between working a job and starting a business depends on various factors, including your personal goals, your risk tolerance, your skills that you have, financial situation, and preferences. But here are some considerations to help you make that informed decision. And we're going to talk about working a job, starting a business, and then I'm going to combine both of them. And I'm going to interject also some things from my own personal life that will help you out. Working a job. Most people like jobs because it provides stability. Jobs typically offer a more stable income, regular work hours, and established benefits such as health insurance and retirement plans. Jobs give you learning opportunities. Jobs often provide opportunities for professional development and learning within a structured environment. Lower risk. Working for someone else carries less financial operational risk compared to starting a business. Work-life balance. Jobs may offer a more predictable work schedule, potentially leading to a better work-life balance. But let's look at a few things about starting a business. Entrepreneurial spirit. If you have a strong entrepreneurial spirit, a passion for a particular business idea, and a willingness to take risks, starting a business might be appealing. Financial potential. Successful businesses have the potential for higher financial rewards, but they also come with the risk of financial loss, especially in the initial stages. Control. Running your own business allows you to have more control over your decision-making, strategies, and the direction of the company. Creativity and innovation. Entrepreneurship provides an opportunity to express creativity, innovate, and bring your own ideas to fruition. But let's contrast or consider considerations for both. Financial preparedness. Assesses your financial situation. Starting a business often requires an initial investment, and it may take time before you see profits. 2, skills and passions. Consider your interests, skills, and passion. If you have a strong interest in a particular field and relevant skills, starting a business in that area could be fulfilling. Risk tolerance. Evaluate your risk tolerance. Entrepreneurship involves uncertainty and risk, while a job provides more stability. Market research. If considering a business, conduct thorough market research to understand the demand of your product or service and the competitive landscape. Long-term goals. Number 5, consider your long-term goals. Some individuals find job security and a steady income appealing, while others are driven by desire to build something of their own. Ultimately, the decision depends on your individual circumstances, preferences, and goals. Some individuals find fulfillment in a traditional job, while others thrive as entrepreneurs. It's also worth noting that some people may transition from employment to entrepreneurship over time. Carefully assessing your situation, seek advice, weigh your pros and cons before making a decision. Now, when it came to me, I think I started business without doubt or question. In the field that I work in, I'm without question an expert. I think I started my first contract in April of 1994. So I'm almost at that 30-year point. So I have developed the position to speak intelligently upon this subject. And I've helped people go into business multiple people. I've helped companies build their businesses in the industry that I'm working in. But when you ask me the question, should you work a job or business? I have a personal bias. I lean towards being in business for yourself. And for several reasons that I stated. Number one, I have an entrepreneurial spirit. My drive and desire is to do my own thing, to create, to build, and to help other people grow in that area too. Now, there are pros and cons. It does affect your work-life balance. Being in business for yourself, you can almost say when you're a business owner, what I do in the restoration industry, I respond to emergency calls to where I could be on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I can't shut my marketing down. I do that for church and when I travel and different things of that nature. But it will have an effect on work-life balance, and it's also important when you're considering these things. Are you with someone who understands that your time, when you're building a business, the business will consume a lot of your time. So being with someone that understands that really helps. Understanding that you're really never off work, because I'm always thinking about how I can scale the business, how I can grow my business, what do I need to cut, how do I need to give training to people that work for me and different things of that nature. So you have to understand it will affect your work-life balance. But at the same time, I had to learn, one of the things that I had to learn through a process of time is turning my marketing off, shutting it down, and giving myself the rest that I need. Being a business, the financial potential is unlimited. See, when you work a job, you're limited. I was talking to someone, several people over time, someone that was a nurse, and though they was excited, but when you're talking about somebody who's an entrepreneur, I see limitations. It don't matter what kind of job that you have, you are limited. Unless perhaps that you are maybe on Wall Street, you're exchanging stocks and stuff like that. You may have a high income potential. But I was talking to this emergency room doctor, and he is an emergency room doctor, but he also is in real estate. And he said he went into real estate because he realized that his income was limited. He get paid per patient that he sees. He said, but I can only see so many people per day. So my income will always be limited. And we hold the job, the profession of a doctor, very esteemed and very high. And there's surgeons, different people who get paid a lot more money, but he always saw a limitation. But when you work for yourself, the potential for income can be no limits on it. So that's one of the things that I like. The financial potential. I like the control. I control my time. You won't have the control of that time working for someone else, because someone tells you when to come to work, tell you when to get off, they tell you when to go to break, they tell you when to go lunch. In essence, they tell you when you need to go to sleep, you got to get up and be back in here the next day. So I like the control. Once I scale, build the business to a certain point, then I can come and go as I please. I can dictate those terms. And so I like the creativity and the innovation. I can go into different areas of concentrations in the field that I have when I go into a customer's home. So there are 5 different areas of work that I can get out of one phone call. So that creativity, innovation, and the financial potential, the entrepreneurial spirit is why I want to be in business for myself. Now, is it for everybody? It is not for everybody. Some people find the stability of a job very, very appealing. Some people find that coming into a company, learning, growing with that company, there's nothing wrong with that. There's lower risk. Some people don't like to take the type of risk, because in business you can lose it all. But at the same time, working for someone, they can also go out of business as well, and then you can in essence lose it all. You'll have more stability in your work-life balance. So when it comes to should I work a business or should I work a job, it depends on many factors, and you have to be considerate when you're making an opportunity. Now, here's the other thing that we talked about, which is what I did. I worked for a company before I went out on my own. When I found what I liked to do, I worked for several companies, built my skills, got my certifications. Now I understood the industry. then I went out there and started working for myself. And I recommend that for people to learn. Just say you want to be an interior designer. If you don't know what to do, it's better to go work for someone. I don't know if you want to do kitchen and bathrooms, if you design in living rooms, or if you design and doing draperies or whatever. It's a big field, or clothing, or whatever they may be doing. I think it's better to go work for someone so you can understand how that industry works before you step out there on your own and make an informed decision. Some jobs cost more to get started, some cost less to get started in. Janitorial was one of the fastest ways to get into business. I just didn't like the slow income, the money coming in every single month. I was in janitorial too. I had multi-chain accounts in 4 states when I lived in Ohio. I had contracts in Georgia, Kentucky, Ohio, Indiana, and Illinois. And where I worked out of those 4 states, basically I lived out of my car and had a laptop. And my crews, we was on the road. We did a lot of chain retail stores, cleaning carpets and stripping, waxing floors. And then we had a chain of Verizon corporate stores that we was cleaning. So it all depends on what you want to do and your skill level. If you're working for a company, you're working in IT, you can take those skills and then go out and work for yourself. You just have to learn how the business works. You have to understand what the intricacies of that business is, and take your skills, and then you can put those skills to work for yourself. People who may do home remodeling, different things of that nature, may have to get some certifications or get your licenses to be a general contractor or and whatever it may be. But you can take from working for a company, you can take that and start working for yourself. And don't let nobody tell you that you can't, because you can. You can learn. You can be, Abraham Lincoln was self-taught. He taught himself law. And you can teach yourself. You can learn these skills. You can pick those skills up. College may not be for everybody. Or you can go get a trade in certain areas and then take those skills that you've learned and then becoming a business owner or entrepreneur in those fields of concentration that you have. But you have to make that decision. You have to understand your risk level. If you're a person who do not like to take risks, then going to business may not be for you. I'm a risk taker. I'll put it all on the line to see if I can make it. Because to me, I'll take a chance with my dreams. I'll never take a chance with my soul, but I will take a chance with my dreams. So you have to just weigh. You have to put it on the balance. Put it on the scales, put it on the balance, and see where you fall. I love that scripture also that says a false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. You have to count up the cost and make sure that the decision that you make is an appropriate decision for you. This is Elder Stacey Sanders. If you have any ideas, if there's a topic that you want me to discuss, just leave a note and we'll take care of your issue, your concern, or your question. We'll give you an appropriate response. This is Elder Stacey Sanders. As always, until the next time, God bless you.